This is Silent Intelligence. So this idea first captured my interest when I was learning about the split brain phenomenon. If you don't know what that is, look it up because it's um, much more intricate than you think. So the split brain phenomenon is just fantastic. So briefly, it's an observation that the human brain's left and right hemisphere, our brain have two sides, two hemispheres, have the ability to act independently from one another when they're interconnected commissures. There's something that connects the two hemispheres. There's two hemispheres, but they're connected in the middle. Some sort of wiring, right, in this wet piece of meat in our skull. When those interconnected commissures were severed, they did that in experiments to try to get rid of the symptoms of seizures in people. So they would cut the commissure in the middle and separate the hemispheres. What they found as a side effect of the successful cessation of the seizures is that the hemispheres, the right and the left, were able to function independently of one another. Now, I'm not sure if you understand, but both of the hemispheres, the right and the left, have different functions, right? For one thing, the right hemisphere controls the left side of your body and the left controls the right side of your body, but they also carry different functions for like vocalization and sight and things like that. So just imagine how crazy this is, So as a side effect included in the cessation of seizures was that they were able to act independently of one another. So the right hemisphere could perceive, for instance, the right hemisphere, which would control, the left visual field and the left hand. The right field, the right hemisphere could perceive a picture of an egg when it was exposed to the left visual field, right? Right hemisphere, left eye. So it could see the egg with the left eye when the right eye was blocked. Right. When asked, though, to point at the object, the patient could point at it with their left hand, right? So they're perceiving it with their left eye, and they could point at it with their left hand because it was from the right hemisphere, right? Pretty cool. But however, when asked to vocalize, when they asked the person to say, "What is that?" right? The patient claimed to see nothing. And the reason why, and this is kind of a cool thing, because the vocalization component, showing that the hemisphere acted independently in the absence of their interconnection, right? The vocalization component was from the part of the brain that was not perceiving the egg, right? So really cool how they can act independently. Now, why was, this really, really cool? I mean, like I said, in a state of being enamored by the wonders of the human brain and the curiosity. That's what happens when you read on a regular basis and you learn things that are unknown, right? I think one of the greatest things you could do is spend more time in the unknown, right? I think we get into trouble when we think that we know things. I realize I don't know too much, right? Most of what I know, I've been programmed to know. So you start to expand your mind. So, in a state of being enamored by the wonders of the human brain and the curiosity of what its actual capacities were. Have you ever thought about that? Like we're only accessing a certain percentage of our brain, right? I got thinking, and this is where my journaling came from. I got thinking about the many things that we probably have stored in our brain from all the various exposures and experiences that may have got lost in its infinite filing system. When I say lost, I don't mean like forever lost. What I mean is that we have a lot of memories that have been tucked away in the filing system, right? Oh, somebody's asking me what my shirt says. It says, "Words cannot express how much I don't care." That doesn't mean I don't care about you. It means that I don't care about things that don't matter. I think that's kind of fun. So in any case, I got thinking about, what else was stored in this infinite filing system, because sometimes we can pull those files out and have a breakthrough, and there's different things to stimulate it. But those things are there. They're just kind of out of circulation for whatever reason. Sometimes we tuck them under the carpet. The other day I heard somebody remind us that if we keep brushing things under the carpet, we just end up with a bumpy carpet. Um, so they're there, but they're out of circulation and filed away. So memories are stored in ensembles, groupings of neurons called engram cells. Engram cells. And basically memories, they successfully recall these memories. The engram cells help us with this, and involving the reactivation of these ensembles. That's what happens when you recall a memory, right? You work with these engram cells and you successfully recall a memory, which is basically like pulling a file. It's kind of cool to know that everything that you've ever experienced in life, good or bad, is filed away in your brain. I know you know this because if you try to remember them and you don't, they're at the tip of your tongue, right? Say, oh, it's at the tip of my tongue, right? But what I'm going to teach you today is some things that will help you take them from the tip of your tongue and bring them actually to the forefront of your prefrontal cortex, and you can actually like know them and pull those files. So the logical extension of this is that forgetting occurs when engram cells cannot be reactivated. So when you forget things and you can't recall things, it's because you've screwed up your communication and use of these engram cells, right? So, or in other words, the files can't be pulled. So here are 10 activities. I like a list of 10. Here are 10 activities that you can do today, right? Or tomorrow, if it's too late for you today. Here are 10 activities and action steps that will greatly increase your ability to pull these memory files from your memory, right? Like a computer does. When you go into your computer, you can click on that little magnifying glass and basically pull everything that you want up. So I'm going to teach you how to do this on your own. Okay. So these are the 10 things that you can do that will greatly increase your ability to pull those memory files, just like your computer. So 1, wake up earlier and carve out time to properly boot up your computer. Sound familiar? Number 2, practice gratitude and let the words thank you, which is gratitude, be the first words that you speak when your eyes open in the morning. Anybody can do that. And why wouldn't you, right? 3, include physical activity in your daily routine. Okay, this is all the Rise Up Challenge, the first couple. 4, stay mentally active every day. Read. I recommend you read something positive and enriching. And I don't mean watch the news, scroll the Facebook or anything like that. Right. Stay mentally active. Read and journal. Journaling, when you read something and learn something and then you journal it, that's when you take ownership of it. And then if you really want to take ownership of something that you learned, I always say if you learn something today, give it away, teach somebody else. That's how it'll stay. Okay, 5, socialize regularly. Don't be a hermit. Hermits have terrible relationships with their engram cells. Hermits forget everything because when you're a hermit, you're blocking yourself from anything else in the world. You only decide to know what you know. Don't be a hermit. Socialize regularly. 6, get organized. Everybody knows that. Clean house, get organized, right? And that'll help you with number 10 as well. Number 7, sleep well. Work on sleep. Too many people are letting sleep be something secondary to an emotional mismanaged lifestyle, right? Sleep well, work on sleep. You should treasure your sleep. It's one of the most important things. I'm still working on that. Number 8, fuel your body rather than eat reactively to your feelings. Fuel your body and eat a healthy diet. So simple. You can actually change the chemistry of your brain and your ability to remember things. One of the things that when I got healthy and I lost a bunch of weight and I started taking my diet seriously, I experienced mental clarity, right? I stopped forgetting things like my keys and stuff like that. You can do this. This is easy. We've got a whole mess of people. That's what we do. We help people with that. Start with their physical, which leads to their mental. On a healthy body, rests a healthy mind. Number 9, manage chronic conditions, right? We have chronic conditions that we just continue to let become more and more chronic, right? Bring those to the forefront and manage them. Don't just let them go by. And then finally, number 10, my favorite, and Chicken and I are about to do it again, minimize your life. And here's what that means. Cut the fat and get rid of all distractions, stuff, and people that are just simply not in support of your dreams, the things that don't matter. Stop caring about the things that don't matter. Minimize your life. Mika and I, my wife, we've just decided, at a time where we're experiencing more success than we've ever had in our life, meaning we could buy more stuff. We could, we got a lot of people wanting to be around us. We've decided to go to the next level of minimization, and we're going to move. It's just an experiment for 1 year. We're going to move into a very small house and go without a lot of the luxuries that we've gotten used to. We're just going to simplify. And when we move, it's actually going to force us to get rid of another 50% of our stuff. We're going to get rid of 50%. And by the way, that means getting rid of some more people. We might get rid of 50% of the people that we know, meaning they no longer apply. So that's the top 10. And I will put these in the notes of the podcast if you want. Enjoy that. And I hope it makes sense to you. I hope this all makes sense. And I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. If you're watching this live, we will not be going live on Friday because my beautiful wife is graduating from Northwestern, and I'll be in Chicago screaming her name to embarrass her as she walks that stage. She's a mental health therapist now and a sex coach and a relationship expert. Check her out. And that's it for today. So it's great to be back. Keep your eyes out for the ebook that's coming out. Remember, if you're on the email, you'll gain access to that, and then some kind of early bird special stuff with the book. And I love and appreciate you all. It's great to be back. I have so much to share, and you're going to want to be there when I share it. Anyway, hope that your just a day goes from good to great. And I just wish nothing but you to experience just, all the glory of following through today and stop thinking so much and just go enjoy yourself today and do the scary things, and have a great day. And please share this with others. Love and appreciate you. Have a great day.